Hello students, in today's class we are starting with new chapter, that is atoms, molecules and chemical reactions. What are atoms? Atoms are the smallest entity of any material. This is the smallest possible particle of any material. Now atoms combine to form, you know that atoms combine to form molecules. If you have molecules of same type of atoms, they form element. Molecules of different atoms, they form compound. Now since many years, certain questions have fascinated the scientists. They tried to find out the answers to some questions. That is, does weight of the iron increase or decrease on rusting? It increases. On burning charcoal, what happens? If you burn charcoal, you get ash. It appears that the weight of the charcoal has decreased, but a scientist called Lavoisier, he conducted the burning of charcoal in a closed container. When he conducted the burning of charcoal in a closed container, he found that the mass is not lost. Wet clothes dry after some time, that is due to evaporation of water molecules. What happens when magnesium burns in air? When magnesium burns in air, it forms magnesium oxide, that is the weight of the magnesium increases. What happens to sulfur on burning in air? Sulfur forms sulfur dioxide gas. Now we will do a small activity. For this activity you need lead nitrate, potassium iodide, distilled water, conical flask, spring balance, small test tube, retort stand, rubber cork, thread, etc. Now what you have to do is take two conical flasks of about 250 ml each. Take 100 ml of distilled water in both the conical flasks. To one conical flask you add 2 grams of lead nitrate. In the other conical flask you add 2 grams of potassium iodide. Here you are adding lead nitrate, here you are adding potassium iodide. Now what you do is, take a test tube, take 4 ml of potassium iodide from the second conical flask and insert it into the first conical flask. See that the mouth of the cap is closed. Now what you have to do is, you have to take 4 ml of potassium iodide. With the help of a thread, you insert it into the flask. Now weigh the contents of the flask along with the weight of the flask. Note down, let us say it is equal to x1. Now what you have to do is, with the help of the thread, swirl the container so that the potassium iodide solution falls into lead nitrate solution. If you swirl it and add into lead nitrate solution, you get yellow precipitate of lead iodide. Now you weigh the contents of the flask, let it be x2. You will notice that x1 will be equal to x2, that is the weight of the reactants before reaction is equal to weight of the product after reaction. This is called law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass states that matter is neither created nor destroyed. If it disappears in one form, it reappears in another form. That is, weight of the reactants before reaction is equal to weight of the product after reaction. That is about the law of conservation of mass. That's about this, children. We shall continue the next topic in the next session. Just now we discussed about law of conservation of mass. Now let us discuss about law of constant proportion. Law of constant proportion is nothing but J.L. Proust, a scientist, he took two samples of copper carbonate. One he prepared in the lab, one he found it in the nature. He found that the number of atoms and the weight of the atoms or weight of the elements in both the samples are fixed. That is, they always combine in a fixed proportion. So this is called law of constant proportion. He also took samples of water from different sources, independent of the source of water that is taken, the mass of hydrogen and oxygen are fixed. It did not change. So this is called law of constant proportion. Now another scientist, John Dalton, he said that if these two laws, that is law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion, were true, then two things must satisfy. One is all the elements should be made up of extremely small particles called atoms, and atoms of same element cannot be different. Atoms of same element cannot be different. This is due to law of conservation of mass is true because all elements are made up of extremely small particles called atoms, and atoms of same element cannot be different. That is why law of constant proportion holds good. So this is about the postulate, this is about the points given by John Dalton. In the next session we shall see the postulates of John Dalton.